See, by virtue of the fact that he can pull away from the mic and the voice is still going, it's very clear that he's not even trying to lip sync.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
Definitely a very interesting intro for this song. Not really what you would expect introducing the song Psycho, but it's got kind of this symphony orchestra type of feel to it. Interesting. Okay, so it's very clear that he's got a backing track behind him that's helping him through the song. It's the original recording, but he's singing over that. So it's just kind of helping him take breaks. It sounds like his voice is pretty spent here. It sounds like it's pretty fatigued, and he's using a lot of breath. Often that can happen when your voice is a little bit fatigued. So let's see how he kind of goes with this. See, by virtue of the fact that he can pull away from the mic and the voice is still going, it's very clear that he's not even trying to lip sync. He's saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to be straight up with this. I'm not actually singing this entire thing. I'm kind of putting in some of my own vocal, but most of it is a backing track. Bands inside my shorts to chino to try to stuff it on it, but it don't even fit. Alright, so now it's fully his vocal, and you can hear this huskiness that sounds like some vocal damage is happening. Definitely a tired voice. That's what I'm hearing. Really, what I would recommend here for him to do is to start engaging a little bit more, because you can still have that huskiness without having it from a point of kind of that overly breathy and under-supported tone that he has here. Had so many bottles, gave ugly girl a sip out the window. Okay, and so a lot of this stems from his onsets. So an onset is the start of the sound. How do you start the sound? He's starting with a lot of breath. And that kind of approach with all the time is going to do some damage to your voice. And so trying to close that up, but add a little bit more of that texture, even with his vocal cords being closed, could be a way to kind of still have his sound, his signature sound, but lose a lot of that damage that is happening right now. So what do you guys think? Do you think, based on kind of what we've already spoken about here, leave a comment down below on what you guys think about his voice. Do you think it sounds healthy? Do you guys think that there's a different way to do this in the way that I'm describing? So we get taken in the red, and I'm like, whoa, man, my neck so goddamn, whoa, diamonds where my teacher so. And so there, it's a lot healthier. Whoa, he's digging in a lot more into his voice, getting a lot more of that intensity there, which is closing up his vocal cords, and he's finding a lot more support underneath that. This is something that I actually teach a lot in my course. I'll leave a link in the description down below, and I'll probably put a card up there for you guys to check out. So my course kind of deals with this exact issue that he's experiencing. So check that out, Transform Your Voice. Alright, so the rapper's voice is way too low in the mix. Can hardly hear him, definitely at the beginning, but now as time's going on, you're hearing a lot more of his vocal. This is like not a very intense rap vocal, he's almost kind of talking it out. Just one switch, I can make it. Take you to the smoke shop, we gon' get high, we gon' hit Rodeo. Tell her in my bands though, all BBS's, put you in the necklace. Girl, you look beautiful tonight, stars on the roof. Okay, so that was definitely strained when he was trying to go up into the higher range. What you saw there is his chin rising as he went for those higher notes, even though they're not like so high, but he's following the notes with his chin. And this is something that I really get a lot of my students to stop doing, because when we track notes with our body, often we're going to induce strain. And so you can even hear the strain that's induced in my voice once I raise my chin like this, but then when I come back down here, there's a lot less strain. So you can hear the difference in the tone of the voice that changes, and I'm not doing any of that purposefully. It happens automatically when you move your chin like that. Keeping everything a lot more level is going to help not get that strain that he just experienced in his voice.
Trust nobody without his jewelry. My roof ain't like a no show, got diamonds by the bolo. And I you my friend when I'm rolling through my hands. Post Malone. Hey, Ty Dolla $ign, thank you so much. Hey. You probably think that you are better now. You know I never meant to let you down.
Alright, so here you can hear a vast majority of what he is singing right now is the backing track. So he's not actually doing all the vocals there. You can quite clearly hear that. And I think that that's not necessary for him, because I've heard him sing in other capacities where he really doesn't approach it with this overly breathy and overly kind of husky type of tone that presents this issue of damage. And so I think that he could potentially fix a lot of these issues. It would take a little bit of effort on his part and kind of work to be able to figure out exactly what he needs to do to make those changes. But that's definitely something he could do in one-on-one coaching. Yeah, I would love to coach him through that. Anyways, let's continue on.
I'm walking over you. Life it goes on, what can you do? I just wonder what it's gonna.
Usually I don't like that ooh, that like goat vibrato in most singers, but actually the way he pulls it off, it actually sounds really cool. What do you guys think of his goat vibrato, which is like that tremolo? That ooh, it's kind of like a machine gun vibrato. It's not a true vibrato. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you not like it? Would you rather him ditch it? Let me know in the comments.
I swear to you I'll be okay. You're only the love of my life. Hey.
Hearing him is making me really nervous for his longevity as an artist. Being able to keep this up, like it sounds great today, but who knows where it's going to be in a little while from now, in a couple years from now. So, Post Malone, you really got to watch out for that technique. Make sure that you figure out a healthier way to be doing this, because he sounds way out of breath, way tired, and he shouldn't be to that point at where he's at in the performance.
You probably think that you are better now. You only say that 'cause I'm not around. You know I never meant to let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. Whoa. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, thank you so much for sticking around. If you want to get more great content, there's going to be another video right here that you should click on. Check that out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.